All right. Trapped in the Grasp of a Memory by Knocked Loose. I'm playing it on a 6-string instead of a 7-string. That's what they have it recorded on. I've got it tuned to A standard with 12 gauge strings, and it's still floppy. It's pretty hard to tremolo pick on it, but make do with what I got. Nothing crazy on the amp, just a bit of treble to make up for being tuned so low, so floppy, and a noise suppressor so I don't have to listen to a jet engine when I'm not playing. So the beginning of the song starts out with just the droning power chord A, and then little riff on top of it that goes like this. That's just 12 on your top A, and then 10 and 9 on your 4th string. And I'm going to be counting from the biggest string as number 1. So nothing crazy there, just back and forth between those 3 notes. And then right after that, there's another big open droning power chord. So and depending on which guitar part you're playing, there's like 2 or maybe they track 3, but I just play whichever one I enjoy the most. So he has the same little riff on that part over the top of the droning power chord, but it's whatever you want to play, really. So the next part of the song, the groovy part, is alternating between muting, palm muting on your bottom A string, and then open picking the 3rd and 4th string on the 9th and 10th fret, respectively. So it sounds like this. And then you add in the same lick from the beginning of the song, so. Just like that. So I'd say to get the beat, just play along to the song best you can to learn the rhythm of it, but it's just alternating between that bottom string, palm muted, and then those top 2, not palm muted. And then on to the next part of the song. On the next part, it's just some power chord, open A, palm mute to the beat, really. I forget exactly how it goes, but it's just nothing fancy, really. And then there's a little bit of droning notes on top of that, but it's whatever you want to play. And then after that part, they go into the tom roll and bass just alone with a little bit of feedback from the guitars, but I'm not playing that loud, so I just do like a harmonic on top of it, like that. So after that tom roll and bass solo part, the guitar comes in with a galloping riff. So it starts out with palm muting on the open A power chord. And I'm pretty sure it's open power chord on your 2nd string and then 1st fret power chord on your 2nd string. So just those 2 right there. And then you have a nice little descent riff that goes like this, which is 3 and 2 on your 3rd string, and then 2 and 1 on your 2nd string, and then 1 on your 1st string, with a little bit of tasteful bending here and there. So, and that goes at the end of the galloping riff. So coming in after the tom roll and bass solo sounds like this. Just like that. Plays it a few times and then goes on to the next part of the song. So before the next groovy riff, they slow down the one that I was just showing you and play it like this. With you got to watch out for keeping your strings quiet when they need to be. So I use my ring finger and my palm on my right hand to mute the strings when I'm trying to keep them quiet. So everyone does it a little bit differently, but that's how I do it. And it's really the same riff, but with muting to make it sound a little bit heavier. And then this is my favorite riff of the song, right after that part. So after he plays that a few times, this is how I play it. It's definitely completely differently played on a 7-string or how he does it. So I go up to the 8th fret on the 2nd string and then the 7th fret on the 2nd string. So, and then I go down to the 6th fret on the 1st string. So all 3. And then slide all the way down to the 1st fret. And then open, and you hit the 1st fret like 3 times or something. So back and forth between open and 1st fret. And then it goes to 4 and then 3 on your 1st string. So just like that. A little bit of tasteful bending here and there makes it sound nicer. The same thing, he plays it again, but this time he ends it with some palm muted power chords. I believe it's 4th fret, 3rd fret, and then 1st fret on your 1st string for the palm muted power chords. So I'll play the riff with that 2nd ending this time. Just like that, and then repeats. So I'll play it again with the repeat so you can hear how the transition goes. Whoops. And then on the, I guess that's the 4th time he plays the riff, he ends it with a descent, a different descent with palm muted power chords. This one I think goes from 4 to 3 to 2. So, and then 3, 2, 1. And then on to the next part of the song. All right, it starts to pick up in pace here. So we take that same descent with the power chords, but instead we're going to add a little flourish at the end. It goes like this. So it's the same thing, 4, 3, 2, but this time we go play around a little bit. So 4, 3, 2, 3, and then open just by itself, 1st string, 2nd fret. And you hit it 4 times. Just quick like that. And then you play that same descent riff, but this time we're going to make it all the way down to the 1st fret. So 4, 3, 2, 3, 2, 1 is what we're going to do this time. And then you hit it 8 times, the 1 fret on the 1 string by itself. Kind of hard on this like setup. It's really floppy, but once you kind of figure out how your strings, how they bounce back, you can get the hang of it. So yeah, I'll play it one more time. And then he ends it off at the end of it like this. So instead of doing the whole descent, instead it goes. Which is the same thing, but you skip the flourishes and then end with an open A power chord with a little bit of tasteful palm muting to keep it quiet. So. One of the guitars does like the really fast riff in the background while the other one holds that open power chord. But, excuse me, together they go in on the next part where Isaac does the vocals. the trapped in the grasp of a memory part, and it goes like this. And that's just 2nd fret power chord on your bottom string, 1st fret, so, and then open, all on your 1st string, and then we go up to the 2nd string, so, and then it speeds up, and that's on the 3rd fret on your 2nd string, and then it goes to 2 and 1 on your 2nd string, but a little bit faster. And then we go up to the 3rd fret, and it's 5th fret, sorry, go up to the 3rd string, 5th fret power chord, to 4, so, just like that. And then we go up to the 4th string and do another power chord, this one on the 3rd fret, and then we're going to go to the 2nd fret on that same string, just power chords. And sorry, I'm palm muting like all of these. So that much so far. And then the end of it is 2nd and 1st fret on your 3rd string as power chords. That's that palm muted version of the riff. It comes into play later as well, but after they play that a couple times, it leads up to the really fast tremolo picking part, which is a little bit difficult on this kind of tension, but I'll try to teach it best I can. I can't even play it that well, but the way I do it is get your wrist going, and it's going to be the same frets, but instead of power chords, it's just going to be single picking and not palm muted. So, sorry, not single picking, single notes, but double picking and no palm mute. So, that wasn't up to speed, but it's the same frets. 2, 1, 0, 3, 2, 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 2, 1. And that's on, different strings, but that's the frets for that. And you just play it really fast, honestly. Woo, it's tough. But yeah, that's that part of the song. On to the next one. So that riff ends off with a nice little alarm sound, a Knocked Loose special. As you're coming to the end of, 4th time they play it or whatever, so you're coming up on the 5th and 4th fret there, and then the 3 and the 2 on your 4th string, and then this chord is 3 on your 4th string, and then 5 on your 5th string, and then 6 on your 6th string. And then all 3 together. It's nasty. So I think they hit it like 4 times. Just like that. Nothing crazy. And then we do that same riff, the palm muted version of it that I showed you before, and they play through it, 2 or 4 times. Few times, and then breakdown time, which is just open A, chugging to the beat, With this nasty, I love this lick. It's the same power chords as before from the second half of the riff. So 5-4 on your 3rd string. I just played the notes by themselves instead of the power chord version. Then 3-2. 2-1 with a nasty bend at the end. Like that. Then they go into the halftime with just 2 chugs. And then the alarm sound. I play it. I think this is a 24 fret, so you might be out of luck with the 22. Have to find a new way to play it. But I play it on the 23 and 21. I'm assuming I think this is a 24 fret. So on the 4th and 5th string. So 4th string, 21st fret, 5th string, 23rd fret. And then I just alternate between my bottom 2 strings open chugged, I guess with the palm mute, and then those 2 hit together. So it goes like this. And then on the feedback part, I just do pick scrape. And then they do 1, 2, 3, alarm, 1, 2, 3, 4 to end the song. And that's the end of it. Any questions, totally hit me up. I hope that was clear and concise enough. It's kind of a longer one, but fantastic song. And I'm so glad I was able to play the whole thing on the 6th string. So enjoy. Have a good one.